In organizational effectiveness, it's important to remember you can't solve the right problem if you don't ask the right questions. Hi, I'm Jane McNair. I'm the founder of MOSAIC Change. We've developed a simple framework and a simple set of tools to help you improve the effectiveness of your organization. And it works on any size of business or organization. Now, many of our clients are Fortune 100, but we are on a mission to simplify change management and organizational effectiveness to make it easier for any business to be more effective. I do a lot of training with HR teams to teach them organizational effectiveness consulting skills. And one of the exercises that we do is to bring in a real client with a real problem. And then I have the team help that client diagnose the problems that they're up against. That exercise is always fascinating because it always ends up the same. There is a theory called confirmation bias. And it basically means that once we think we understand something, we zero in on it and we stop asking other questions and only ask questions that will confirm what we believe to be true. Every time I run this exercise, participants in the class start to display that because they start to ask questions only about HR-related issues and topics. It's what they're familiar with. It's what they understand, and it's how they've helped the client in the past. So they start asking questions that will lead them down the path of being able to solve it with an HR answer, an HR solution. They only ask those questions. They ask about restructuring. They ask about changing people out. But organizational effectiveness is about getting a business from where it is to where it needs to be. And sometimes you do that through HR-related activities, but many times the solution to the problem has nothing to do with HR. Now, the reason I tell you that story is that I want to illustrate the importance of solving the root cause problem. And solving the right problem means you have to ask the right questions. Many HR leaders have these annual meetings at the first of the year where they meet with their business client and they try to define what the HR work is going to be in the coming year. And that's a great practice, and I strongly encourage it. But if organizational effectiveness is part of your HR agenda, then I would strongly encourage you to cast a wider net in terms of the questions you ask, because that's what's going to really help you identify the root cause obstacles, things that are really in the way for that client. If your questions in that meeting are focused on HR, for example, where do you think you will need HR help in the coming year? Or do you anticipate restructuring your business in the next year? Or do you have staffing issues? Then every one of your solutions is going to lead you to an HR answer. And you're limiting your ability to really help identify and resolve the issues in the way of that client's organizational effectiveness. In those meetings, I think it's fantastic to cast a wider net. Ask that client bigger issues or bigger questions, such as, what do you see as the primary obstacles to accomplishing your strategic plan? Or what are you most concerned about in terms of your team's ability to achieve that strategic plan? That type of question, it's going to help you and the leader identify and focus on priority issues, whether they are HR related or not. And when you ask questions that are clearly about HR, you are always going to end up with the answer being an HR solution. By casting that wider net, you avoid leading the witness towards only HR solutions. When you're consulting, the quality of the question will always determine the quality of the response. Okay, if you have a standard framework for organizational effectiveness and change, then that's fantastic. If not, our book is in the description box below. And if you want to improve your organizational effectiveness capability, you can find more about our training programs at mosaicchange.com. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, give us a like, subscribe, or check out our other videos.